Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's edition of the Economic Briefcase. I'm your host, Luvinda Habazoka. With me today is now a permanent fixture, a resident, Mr. Noah Njapao, my co-host. Mr. Njapao, how have you been?
I've been good. Good evening, viewers.
Today is a lovely day, a lovely Thursday, and today we'll continue enhancing your business opportunities, giving you various aspects. Today's program is basically to do with time management. You know, as Zambians, we normally have two things. There's Zambian time and there's European time. Some of us that spend a bit of some time in Europe will tell you that when you have an appointment with a white person at 14 hours and you arrive at 14:05, you find they have gone. So today we are going to discuss time management for business success, and our guest today is a special guest. I think that's Mr. Njapao, the second lady that we are getting on the program.
Yes, indeed.
At least I know that we are not going to be
gender balancing.
Yeah,
gender balance.
Yes, our guest today is Mrs. SLYVIA Mwansa. Today we introduced her without my surname, and we'll have to go after this to go and apologize to the husband. Madam SLYVIA, how are you?
I'm great, and how are you?
No, we are doing fine. We are trying. We're trying to see how we can create wealth, discuss the most important thing that matter to Zambian citizens. I know some of the people that are watching today know who you are, but we have this tradition in this program. We first can begin with an introduction. Who are you?
Oh, well, my name's SLYVIA MUTALE -Mwansa, very important. And I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 28 years. Our institution or our establishment was started in 1994. So we have seen things happening and we've been part of it. I'm married with 5 children and 8 grandchildren, and I'm still counting on them. I come from a very humble background, but I believe in hard work and keeping time so that I can be able to actualize the opportunities that I'm getting. And this is why I believe I'm here today, so that we can discuss some of these things. I am CEO for SBM Investments, which is a family business, and we are known for fashion and printing and advertising. I also we do consultancy, and through this consultancy, we've had the opportunity to actually have a tool for mindset change. And there, the basic thing is being effective, efficient as we manage our time. And we use a tool that makes us able to undertake this task.
So, time management is actually very important. And a lot of people get misled, especially in business. Let's take, for example, the Harvard review says time management is more than just life hacks. It's not, it's about being aware of your environment, being aware of so many things. What would be, for those who are misled, saying, oh, there's always a life hack for time management, what would you say to these people?
Time management, actually, we are in the center of our lives. So when we have got time, it's only one time, and the way that he was introducing that there's Zambian time and there's a European time, time is time, and time is what we make it. Time for me and for everyone who is looking is everyone must be able to allocate time to important things in our lives. It's not just, and a lot of time people think they should only do time for work. There's time for work. They say, okay, we'll start at 8 and knock at 17. but you must create time for everything that you need to do, so that you know who you are, and you know what you're bringing out, and you know it's timely, because they say time is money. When we are spending...
A lot of people, when you ask them what is time, they'll say time is money.
Yes, but time is money, and yet we are not paying attention to it. Yes. So I'm very happy that today we are discussing time management. So
you know, for our viewers out there wondering why we are emphasizing time management and, you know, success. I met Mrs. Mansa, you know, and to discuss over this issue some 3 weeks ago. You know, there are two things that I learned, two major things. And the first one was mindset change. Mindset change. This one, I basically had it in the back of my mind, you know. Being an academician, when I go in a room and there are 100 people, if I behave like the rest of the 100, I start thinking there's something wrong with me, because I'm very particular about a bit of details, and I don't want to move with the norm. I always want to, you know, to see what we sometimes call as tradition, sometimes is what brings us back. So here, there are two things. I'm looking at this beautiful book. I think our viewers can see it. Very beautiful book, and we are going to digest what is here. I think what we lack in our day-to-day activities is how we plan our activities. First of all, the process to mindset change, and how to be a success planner. I'm not the author of this. This is not my thing. So I'm just like you, learning. But I can tell you that you need to pick up your A4 papers, or get a book and get a pen and write down. This is very interesting. Madam Mansa, explain to us, how does this work?
Okay, the way this book works, it's in fact two books. The first one is the process to mindset change, how to become effective and efficient managing your personal time management. And this is a workbook. It comes with a workbook. And this workbook, after you've finished, it is a workbook which takes 16 hours. And this 16 hours is basically for you and me to unlearn, you know, the things that are clogging our minds, the things that says Zambian time, the things that says time is money, the things that says money does not grow into, the things that say when you worship, when you pray very hard, you're going to, you know, to be successful. But you go to an overnight, and at the end of the day, you find that you go back to your family, and your family has got no food on the table. So this is the mindset that we want to unlearn, so that if we say we are, you know, one of the spokes here has got spiritual and ethical. So spiritual and ethical is part of our life, and we have to take it according to the will of life, and we are in the center of this, and we are trying to
I can see there's a will
of life here, and we are in the middle here. And if you can see, many people say it's like a clock, but here inside is your time, the 24 hours. You have 24 hours, I have 24 hours, he has 24 hours, and everyone has 24 hours. But how we manage that 24 hours is what depends on an individual. And this is why we are learning this. So this individual has to allocate time. It's 24 hours. The first 8 hours is to your bread and butter issues, what we call plan A, the things that put food on your table. You know, on the hierarchy of needs, there is, you know, the base, you know, the basic needs are at the base because they are the biggest, and they are there, which means that this plan A, where you work or the business you do, should be able to give you food, shelter, and clothing. But it's not going to give you lifestyle. And the mistake that we make sometimes is that our work is going to give us everything. So that's why sometimes we're not satisfied. You know, you start this job after 6 months, somebody offers you 10 kwacha more, you leave. Someone offers you 100,000, you know, 20,000, you move. But you go and find out that it's the same because your needs are getting higher and higher because of where you are. So we have to make sure that our plan A is meeting those. And then the other 8 hours, you have to pursue your interests, which is your plan B. And a lot of us, we have what we want.
So the first time is 5 to 7.
The first time is 5 to 7. Is your first 8 hours.
8 to 5.
Whichever. If you are 8 to 5. The normal one is 8 to 5. But if you are a guard, it's not 8 to 5. Yes. So you just have to say, my first 8 hours is providing me with bread and butter issues. That's what they are called. You know, the basic needs.
Some people say that what you get from your 8 to 5 is basically not your money. It's your, if you're renting, that's your landlord's money. You know, if you have kids.
Yeah, the basic needs. Yeah, yes. For the basic needs, your first 8 hours is for your basic needs. And all of us, God actually made everyone to have potential to do anything that they want. But sometimes we say we have got no time. The 8 hours is not enough. Or you're doing something and it's not enough. Whatever you're doing is not, you don't have time, and still more you are broke. So what does it mean? It means you're not paying attention to the things that will make you have this money.
TikTok.
And you know, there are a lot of people who actually have a lot of time, but they don't make good use of it. So
I want to confess, I'm one of those people. You know, the 8 to 5 as a lecturer, we're a bit flexible. So we go at 8 and maybe we have a lecture at 11. So you can either prepare at work or at home. So you find that sometimes you are preparing on the computer, you just check you are on Facebook. By the time you realize 5 minutes to class, sit in the car, you rush, you're late. By the time you are called for a meeting, and you end the whole day, then you realize, what have I done? Like today, I just left class 5, but I can tell you that I don't know what I've done today.
Yeah, so this is actually providing you a plan of you knowing what you're going to do next. I mean, if you, unless you're making money on Facebook, if you're not making money on Facebook, why are you spending so much time on it? Ticking the people who are making money. Let people tick you. Why should you be the one to tick people? You have to be intentional. You have to post things there. They take action on you. You know, like, for example, for me, when I put something on Facebook, I've got 3 accounts. My personal account where I excite people. I'm just telling them that, look what I'm wearing. Maybe you can find it at SBM, right?
Yes.
But I write a story. And people sometimes don't even see what I've written. But they'll see what I'm wearing. Like today, I'm sure somebody will be asking about this shirt. It's deliberate. Then I find that it's there at the store. So this is what if you are working on Facebook more than an hour, it has to make you the money. If it's not making you the money, you're taking people who are making money. So put something. What is it that you're doing in plan B? Mm-hmm. Plan B, pursuing your interests. So what is it that you can put out there for people to know what you're doing, and they can call you to want your product or a service that you're doing? Because that's what it is. Plan B is for you to make extra resources that is going to give you your lifestyle that you want. Because you start work today, is it going to give you a car to drive?
No.
No. But you can have your plan B. You work hard, you're working overdrive. You can buy your car in no time because your resources are you're being specific and focused on the things that you need to do. A lot of us waste time on nothing, on complaining. Complaining, I'm unlucky, I do this, it's not working, I do this, it's not working. You are the one who is lucky. I'm lucky because I work hard. I'm lucky because I'm structured. I'm lucky because I utilize the opportunities. And I put out there the things that I want people to help me with. Some people even hate you for being productive. They say, this one also, she's always talking about business. She's always talking about, I've got time in between, because even in the next 8 hours, because it's 8 by 8 by 8, the first 8 hours plan A, your job. The second 8 hours to pursue your interests. The other 8 hours is for you to rest. But if you are really productive, you can't be sleeping 8 hours because you'll be competing with the dead. We don't want that. So we make sure that from the 8 hours of sleeping, we get 2 hours. And from the 8 hours of pursuing your interest, you only have like 4 hours. So these 4 hours, that's where you take the 30 minutes to post things on your Facebook which are meaningful. Then the other 3 hours, you're using it for bathing, for eating, lunchtime, for the noise. The noise is everything that is disturbing you from pursuing your goals. But if you decide that, the noise is every day too much, from 8 to 23 hours, it's just noise, then there's something wrong with you. It means even yourself, you don't love yourself, and you can allow everyone, every person in your family to disturb you. If there is a funeral, you are the one they are waiting for. You are the solution to everything. Why should you be the solution to everybody? And this is what is wasting our time. Even in the families, when there is a funeral, at least let everyone get involved. If you have got 20 kwacha, bring 20 kwacha. This one, bring 100 kwacha. This one, money, the numbers don't lie, they grow. So if you were the one they are waiting for you to buy a coffin for 15,000, they will leave you broke. So why do you agree to be used, to be the one to bring out all the money to solve people's problems? You are spoiling everyone around you. And just imagine that when you die, life will go on without you. Those people will still be living. Those people will still be doing the same things. They will just be saying, Luwinda is no more. Yeah, if he was here, he would have helped us buy the coffin. You are gone. So this is the time to live our lives by making sure that we are managing plan A, plan B, and C for the rest. If you don't rest, you are not going to have energy to carry on the day. So it depends on these activities, and you have to have time for all the 6 areas of life.
So plan A is your 8 to 5.
Your 8 to 5.
That to make money for your ends.
Basic needs.
So your basic needs.
Plan B is now to create value for your lifestyle. For your lifestyle,
to do the business, because everyone, when you're at work, like for me, my plan A is SBM. My plan B, I do network marketing in Janice Global. So I do have residual income that gives me money to, to do all these sorts of things when I do it well. But here, even here in our own environment, we don't even believe in network marketing because we are lazy. Because they think it's easy to get money. That's why people go to these bonds which take their money and they go back to zero. When you invest in network marketing, they're saying network, not net sit, net lazy. No, you have to work. Network for success. Who are the people in your circles? Who can you use? Who can you connect with to make this thing better? Because alone you cannot do it. So for me, I'm a networking expert.
Mr. Japao, am I okay, or my life is not from what chance of?
Well, from what she's saying, I think we might all need adjustments. Very insightful, actually. You see, we always spend time at work, and after work, we are always on our phones or trying to do other things. I'm speaking on behalf of some people out there. You see, I always ask myself that before TikTok, Facebook, our parents had to do most of let's say the cooking, the washing. They couldn't order food online, so the day was really packed up. But I feel like now we have more time as people because we can order food, we can have a washing machine wash for us.
For me, you know what I think?
We have time.
I need work, like where I work. I think they only need me from 10 to 11 and from 16 to 17. And I'll explain why. Because when I come for work, there are things I've planned. I need to do A, B, C, D. I think if you're doing something for more than an hour, I think maybe you're not doing anything. That's what I think. Maybe if it's teaching, yes, because that's my nature. I can go into a lecture, that's okay. But I'm talking about sitting in the office. Because in the morning, you have things that were pending from yesterday. You clear them, 30 minutes or 40 minutes, then you give instruction for you say what we are going to do today. Then you go and do some other things. Then at the end of the day, what is remaining, you come and finish it and you plan for for tomorrow. Why am I saying so? We are talking about success planning. I've just forgotten a country in Europe, or is it in Asia, where they are going to reduce the working days. Is it from 5 to about 3 days? They say we don't need to work more than that.
Is that post-COVID? Because a lot of people have realized after COVID that you can deliver with working minimum hours or less hours than the usual number of hours, without even coming for work. You can work remotely.
Yes, flexi hours.
I think a lot of people are getting used to that, and I think maybe that's what's driving that.
I have friends, same employer, or maybe same not even employer, maybe similar income. They find me, I'm buying things, I'm doing things, and for them they're just stagnant. What can be the problem? Does it have got to do with time? Maybe we're not planning, maybe it's extended family, maybe it's...
You know, it's all about the goals that you have set for yourself. Because, you know, when we look at the goals that we set for ourselves, sometimes come December, you know, when people are really like celebrating Christmas and this period before the New Year, people are very happy, they're meeting family and friends, people have come for holidays, you're just, you know, and people are very happy. And they are even like making New Year's resolution. And somebody is going to make a New Year resolution, the common one, I'm not going to drink this year, just because they were sloshed, and now they, you know, they did, the relationships were bad, and you know all these things that come with you not having your 5 senses in. For men, 5 senses in themselves, and for women usually it's the 6th sense they have. So women it's 6 senses. So if they lose one of the senses and do something bad, then they come and say, I am not going to be drinking. It's my New Year's resolution. So January, because January there are no parties, February people are doing, come Easter, somebody provides free alcohol. They say, oh, you know, I made a New Year's resolution that I was not going to drink. But because it's only for today that I'm drinking this. Why? They were just broke, they were not able to get this food, you know, this drink on their plate. So when we make goals, they have to be smart goals. And when we are doing the unlearning of this here, you know, the first session is the process of becoming effective and efficient personal time management. How do you become efficient? How do you manage time? You first have to unbecome. Because a lot of people, when we are going into trainings, we've had a lot of trainings. I have undergone a lot of trainings. A lot, and I mean a lot, because I love to train. I love to be part of anything that is coming. I love to take first mover advantage. So I'm always learning. So we go in this. Some people go with a full bucket to learn. They have rubbished, when the lecturer is even coming in, they've rubbished that lecturer. They say, no, what is he going to tell us? What is she going to tell us? What are these things that we're going to learn? So you find that, you know, they don't pay attention, they are full. If you are full, even when you eat, there's a limit. If you force food down your throat, you will vomit, you are bloating. It won't stay in your stomach. So the same with knowledge, and the same with the mindset. If we're always full, that it's you, and you know the way every leader has been talking about mindset change. You know, I experienced the Honorable Minister for SMEs. I actually captured a clip on TV and I sent it to him. This is what you said. Me, I have got a solution. Our company has got a solution to come and really, we have a tool for mindset change. But we want to pronounce things and yet we are not ready to do it. We're always pointing at other people must change. But us, you who is being pointed with the three fingers, you know, when you point, you're pointing with one. The 3 are pointing at you. So it has to start with us. We have to be doing things as the mirror image. If things are not working, look in the mirror. The person you find in the mirror, that's the one that needs to change. And if you find if you are saying, Boma Yangane, have you seen Boma in the mirror? Do you ever see Boma in the mirror? It's only you. So if we can take personal responsibility, because time management simply says it's personal responsibility, personal discipline, doing the things that you want to happen, then you're going to even, to be in line with time management. When I take personal responsibility, I know myself, personal mastery, I must know me, I must know my limitations. And if I do not have that skill that will entail me to do that, I go and learn it. That's development. Then these updates of yours will be increasing and people will be doing the things that they want to do when they recognize their weakness and deal with it. So these courses, they make you like whole. You do everything. When you finish with the process of becoming effective and efficient personal time manager, you yourself, it's got 7 modules. Then you come to session 2, putting my wheel of life to work. Because it has to work. The wheel of life has to work. What are you doing in family and home? What are you doing in mental and education? In fact, you start by clocking, yourself, saying between this is 0 here and it's 10 here, or 0% and 100%. So there are 10 spokes there in the spoke of the wheel. So you time yourself. What are you? You plug, measure yourself. Where are you in terms of family and home? And family and home means everybody. All the people in your phone book is your family and home. So it means your extended family, your nuclear family, your friends, your community, they are there in family and home. Because this family and home, why you must pay attention to family and home? Because they are the ones who hold your heart. When you are sick, you're not going to say, I want my CEO to come to be on my bedside. Even the people that you've never seen, maybe they say, okay, everyone is doing something. You call somebody from the village to come and look after you. It's in your family and home. It's your community. So this is why you must nurture it. You must find time to be with your family and friends. You must nurture. You must nurture yourself. So you plot yourself. Are you at 10%? Are you at 20%? And we had one time in one class who scored himself 10 out of 10 just because he was married.
So just to cut you off a little bit.
Yes.
So for those people who say, oh, I'm always busy, I'm always working, how can they create that family time that they need to interact with their extended family? Because most of the time, people who are in a busy work environment, they never find time for family. And on the side, they're trying to run a business. They never find time for their
They're
family.
just not structured. So this course makes you find time for everything, because you will learn how to do that, how to put this wheel of life to work. What activities? It will tell them, what activities are you going to be doing in family and home? What activities are you doing for mental and education? What activity? Read a book. Go to, maybe you're promoted, you need to have the skill for your new job. It comes there. Financial and career. It is what you're doing now. Your plan A, your plan B is in financial and career. Physical and health. You only have one body you live in. You have to feed it with good food. You have to do a little exercise. So what time are you spending in this body that you live in to make it carry you to the activities that you want to be doing? So you have to pay attention. Spiritual and ethical. People are very good at the spiritual side because there is a scramble for Jesus. Everybody wants a portion of it. But how ethical are you? We should all learn to live like we are in Big Brother house. You know that people are looking. Even when you post something on Facebook, on social media, be truthful. Because there is someone out there who knows you from grade 1, from grade 12, from grade 1. They know your details. So why do you want to cheat just because it's social media? So these things is, how ethical are you? When you're at in a group of people, are you the one that people are scared of at Mtengankanya boy? Are you the one who records people without
when you are chatting, you are recording people?
No, that's unethical.
I've gone through that.
That's very unethical, because they should
it's actually a crime.
I don't know how to choose family and home, or I don't know whether it. But I've gone through such type of betrayal.
Yeah,
this is very bad
people
betrayal.
they are being unethical. That's what it is. So they have to learn how to be ethical. when they meet you, you should be able to have good relationship, because these things are the things that taint your relationships. Because I mean, this is there are some people you don't want to see because of what they did to you. Why should you be the one to be bad to people?
I've actually believed that ethics should be a subject that should be introduced in all the courses, because it's very important.
You know, we all go to church. I'm telling you, we are Christians. We do business, Christians, but we are not ethical.
We are not, and this is why it's big. Even in I'm a fellow of the Institute of Directors, so you know, when boards are being constituted, they always ask you know, for the Institute of Directors IOD to go and teach about how to manage. But I think, and even if they do that, there is a component that is missing. I was telling the executive director that let's chat about mindset change, because sometimes it's not just these things that we experience that we need. We also need to fuse in mindset change, because we have taught corporate governance, and yet people are still making the same mistakes. What is it? What is it that is causing that? What is it that's making people do unethical things? What is it? You write a book, people don't agree with you because they've been unethical. People, you know, do this, they don't agree because they've been unethical. You are speaking, you know, like I'm speaking with you today. Why should I be unethical in the things that I have to tell you the truth, that this program is going to change things, because it is our activities that are doing that. So if I say it's very easy to do this, I'm going to be lying to you, and that's not being ethical. This program for you to take, this is why this is 16 hours, and they're done in quarters, so that January to March, you are with me. We are doing the practice. We are practicing. What did you do today? Have you done what it is that you said you're going to do? You have listed your goals. Are you working towards your goals? The goals must be smart. And sometimes we like to put up goals that are so big that we cannot achieve them, and then we start being disappointed. Goals have to be smart, because they have to be realistic, so that they are achievable.
I hope Pastor Chilwa is watching, because Pastor Chilwa has a program under the Camnet family where I participated in one. We had people from all over the country, and we're doing business training. And I can tell you that a lot of Zambians, they want to be better. A lot.
Yes, everyone.
Everyone wants to be better, and they want to do business. But what we lack is just these same things. When I wake up, what am I putting on? First, when I wake up, maybe I do some exercises. I'm a culprit towards this. I think that maybe if I take time to this, physical and health, I'm going to lose time for making money. Then you come spiritual. I go to church. I can tell you, ethics, I try to be ethical. When you wrong me, I try to walk away and, you know, try to do things, but I'm just human. Social and culture. This is what you didn't explain to us. Social and culture.
Social is the networks, the people that you interact with. Are those networks giving you value, or they are the networks where you can't even share business transactions because somebody is going to go behind your back and take your thing, or your business or things. So these networks, they have to be the ones that are giving value, and you're also giving value. Because when you're in a network and you're always that is the highest, there is a problem.
Na mumfwa opo mwangalira nga mwasonke ndalama tamkwete 200 kwacha nishipasanga neni.
Oh yes, because you know the networks are your total value through the networks that you have. If you have a network, say for example, even at a funeral of a well-networked person, money will just be coming. Okay, donate this. Even if it's your father who has died, your friends will donate to you.
Yes.
But if you are in the networks that are always like you are the only one,
they're relying on you.
They are relying on you. How can they help you?
I can tell you that for my last 3 years, I've been lost opportunity. From what you have told me, it's a missed opportunity, and I'm learning.
Yes, because I mean your networks is your net worth. Because when if you are, for me, even when I'm going to an event, I've been invited to go to somewhere, and I ask, who is there? Why have you invited me? Who is there? If I'm not one of the speakers, I make sure I actually go early, because I know who is going there. And you know the way here in our country where it is with the events, the guest of honor comes last. For me, with my experience of having worked in the diplomatic circles, when you've got an event, the ambassador, everyone, they stand there, meet people.
Yes.
Because they want to know who came, who did what, how do you do things. They connect with you. That's why they've got information from the grassroots, because they get first-hand information. But here we hide guest of honor. No, guest of honor should not come because we are not ready.
Then they want the grand entrance.
Yeah, no, because they can still have the grand entrance. You know, they can be networking. Then when they need a grand entrance, they can go back and say, now we are ready for, you know, to sit. That's why, you know, a lot of events where there's going to be, where they want people not to come late, they do a cocktail. Cocktail starts at such a time. They're just waiting for all these with the Zambian time to arrive, so that, you know, when those people that come late and they are important guests, they would actually find that you haven't taken their seats. So they are preparing for that, you know, for the room. And here we are here trying to network. We are networking. That's why you're not sitting, you're standing, so that you can speak to this one, you can speak to this one. You say, oh, hi, when did I see you? I saw you, you know, it's been a while. What are you doing now? That's where people thrive for things that are going to be. And the cultural part.
The lesson here is that your network is your net worth. On Facebook, it's also part of networking. But if you are there to insult, people read. And next time you're going to appear asking for a favor, they say, no. Oh, you, Kanapa Facebook.
Yes.
There's something that you mentioned to me earlier on. You said from your plan A, that's where you get or you make your networks, whereby if you decide to quit your plan A, which is your job,
yes,
when you go to your plan B, which is your business, the people from your plan A will still know how you delivered in plan A, and they'll still respect you and come
yes.
to you in plan B. So I don't know, how can you explain that to the viewers?
First, anyway, let me first finish on the social is your networks, cultural is your values, your value system, the things that you want to leave to your children, your children's children. They will be saying, Mommy, Daddy did this. Mommy, Daddy were like this. So you also have to pay attention to your value system, because value system is the things that go in your family line. And you know, when you read these books, or because me, we used to go to the village every holiday. Our grandmother used to come and pick us every holiday. We were going to, until from 5, every holiday we were going to the village. So what they were telling us was that even when children are going to get married, they look at the family, their values. Then they say, we want to marry someone in that house. Such that, you know, one of the days it really made us laugh. You know, some people in the village brought, you know, the plates to our grandmother, and they said they actually wanted to marry me. And there's people in the village there, they have brought. So they, you know, my grandmother took these plates. I said, before the father come to kill you here, you better take these plates away, because these children are not from the village. They come to see me, you know, their mother's mother. So take this, because if the father even hears that somebody is mentioning those ways of marriage, there will be trouble here, and they will never come. So it's, you know, they recognize that in that house, they've got values. So they would like to get, you know, a wife from that household. So we have to be very careful on the way that we behave in our own family circles. So coming to to the question or where you want me to add about Plan A and Plan B. When there was actually creating the future with Dumisani, there was one lady that came from Malawi who was one of the speakers. And she said,
the Radco entrepreneur.
The Radco entrepreneur.
I like the guy.
He's my young man.
Yes.
You know, when we were launching this, he was one of the speakers. So she said, you must, and that's where I actually got this. I quote, because I asked people in facilitating, and we have to quote where you heard this. So she said, you must love your Plan A, love it to bits, so that when you are getting paid, you are recognized as a hard worker. You are producing to your best of your ability. And when you produce to the best of your ability, if there is an extra, like check number 13, yours is even higher because your sales are high. Your school children, you know, if you are a teacher, you have got 100% mark, pass mark. All these things that can accrue to you, the bonuses, the rewards, the congratulations, they will come from that. And that is income that you didn't expect. That is going to now to build your Plan B. Because your Plan B is dependent on what you're doing to invest there. So everyone who is actually watching, don't use this way that Ndababo Mbela, I go there, I work for them, they don't appreciate. No, they are paying you. You are selling your labor. And that labor must be well understood by the people that are paying you. If you cannot produce, if you cannot, labor at your organization, why do they need you? Right. And when it is your time now to quit, those people that you were so productive, they'll actually hold a party for you. Some people, it's good riddance. But when you've been an A worker, you deliver. They are going to hold even a ceremony for you, even if it's not official. The fellow employees will put money together to say bye to you because you have been great, and they will follow you even to your Plan B, because they know that for him to go and set up there is really something great that he's going to produce, because they know you. And this is why, even if you are not a good person, when you leave, your phone will even stop ringing. Because they are just going because of your job. Now your job is finished. There's nothing that they, because there are two people that will come to your office as a lecturer, as a, whoever, wherever you are working. They'll come for your office. And when you leave, they'll come to that person that has replaced you.
Exactly.
And not to you.
And not to you. What will they be looking for?
And replacements in these institutions are really quick, eh? The moment you leave.
Yes, because there's no one who is indispensable. There's absolutely no one who is indispensable.
Stalin used to say, there's no person that you cannot replace.
No.
But I believe that you cannot replace an individual, because individuals are unique.
Everybody is unique. Everyone is unique. We're all offering different skills. We can do different things, and we can produce different things. And everyone should regard themselves as a missing puzzle. You know the way we play, puzzles. If one piece is missing, the puzzle is not going to be complete. It's either the tail is out, if it's an animal, the chest is out, the what. So if every one of us regard ourselves as a missing puzzle, when you miss a meeting, they know that, this meeting, sometimes they even postpone because they need that person there. So if you are a missing puzzle, your Plan A will work. Your Plan B will succeed.
Definitely. And action with no result is equal to to zero. So meaning that with better time management, you yield better results, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
But no one needs a lot of coaching in terms of time management, because it's all over, and it takes upon task that is not supposed to do. At this program, I think you really need to attend this, and for you that are watching through the Camnet family and through her, I think we both get in touch. We'll be able to organize such type of training. One thing that we lack in this particular country is planning. Me, I know what I'm going to do. And unfortunately, I've reached that point in life where I had a plan up to my age. Now, going forward, I'm stuck. Like what I wanted to achieve, I knew. I'll go back to Zambia, I'll do A, B, C, D, I'll do this, but I'm now stuck. But I've reached at the point where now I'm ready to risk. Like I can risk a job, I can leave my job. I'm not saying that I should be fired tomorrow, but I'm at that point where, because when you, I don't know if this is correct, I said, okay, my first phase of life is education. After education, I go and get a job, then I marry. After marrying, I need to secure certain assets such that even if I lost my job and I have children, I won't be able to go and beg or struggle. Now, after I've achieved that, now I'm lost. I don't know what to do. So, but maybe me, I'm even lucky that I had a bit of some plan. But when you sat down with me that particular day,
yes,
to write your plan is very difficult. To write your goals, they are very difficult because this particular book, it has checks and balances.
Yes.
If you are going for a meeting, for example, I'm meeting Mr. Njapao at 14 hours. It's not just meeting. Why?
Yes.
What's supposed to come out from that meeting?
Yes.
So based on this plan, you will find the situation whereby you even say, Kuyansha Eko.
Yes, because there's
no go there.
Yes.
And this is where we are losing it as Zambians. We are unable to plan. You find that we think that there's somebody who's supposed to do the planning on our behalf. It's very easy to say government should do this. And I'll be very frank. Our program is not politics, but I just want to tell to the viewers. There's no one who's going to make your life important. Maybe conditions are going to be created. Security, convertibility of currency, fulfillment of contracts. You're able to sue a person if they don't fulfill. The rest, you need to, it's you, yourself. What am I going to do today? We are being told to form cooperatives. It's a waste of time. Me, I'm telling you, this is my opinion. It's a waste of time. If you have never done any business yourself, maybe in a cooperative some other people will teach you, but you need to understand why are you going there? What do you want to achieve? And how are you going to be using your time? I see a lot of youth. We mentor a lot of youth. We are not only lecturers, but we are also mentors. Students come to me. Some will come and say, no, this one was talking about you like this. Others will tell you, Doc, please mentor me. I like how you do. How can I achieve this? Others, they'll bring a new idea. Doc, how can I get funding from this? We get this type of people. The majority of our citizens, it should be somebody should provide a job for me. If it's business now, the common thing, we have formed cooperatives. Number, business to come by this. You give them, okay, here's the money, then they come. So where do you find the market? Everybody wants to be helped. But, you know, it's all about your persona. What do you want to achieve? What are you good at? How are you using your time? And to my friends, me, I always tell colleagues, you will never find me telling a person, I love football. But when I started working, I stopped watching football. Sometimes even DSTV, I'll tell you the truth, I don't pay. Maybe the last time I paid DSTV was in November because it detracts me. I have internet, that's enough. It deters me from achieving. There's no way I can be watching a footballer who's earning 500,000 pounds a week. When I can go and look at goats at the farm. Those ones, you want me watching football? No, you won't.
You can come and see results, right?
Highlights.
Yeah, this is exactly what we are saying. But if you have created, say, if it's like family and home, and your spouse loves football or whatever, so if you are nurturing that relationship and it's quality time you are providing, you can watch football with your spouse, or you support them. But it can't be for everyday thing that you are distracted. You have to actually say, do you know what, today we need to just throw our our time and just have quality time. Then you can say, okay, today we can watch Nguzu. You can watch wherever you find it. Now people, they are rushing home, you know, to just go and watch a movie that is not even giving you the values that you want. And you know, we had one of the creatives on the program, two of them on the program, and after we finished this program, they said, please write us a letter that we bring all the creatives here, and especially people who give them the who buy their what they do, you know, like DSTV. You know, they said, if we give this to our bosses, they can take everybody through here, so that we can create something that people can watch. Because when we're talking about social and cultural values, yes. Then I said, you know, you've got such a big opportunity to change mindset of the people that are watching movies, the people that are watching adverts, the people that are watching. Create something, because now there's COVID, people are not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. So how can you not create, you know, content that you know, are teaching values, that are, you know, making the social things, you know, attractive, where you can say, like what we watched on TV. You know, the other day, yesterday I was not feeling too well, so I spent time lying down and just, you know, watched some things. We watched MUTALE. There was no good vibes that we were getting. Then there was the other one. I watched what was that? Amoye. I don't know. Maybe Amoye. I just found it. Also in there, there were no good values that were being presented. I watched. There was another one. Even Zuba, the way we have demonized success. You know, we have demonized success. We've demonized wealth creation. We pay attention to people who are holy, people who are suffering. Those are the ones we like. If we find people who are assertive, they want to do business, people don't like them, even in the movie. So we really need to shift and start to say, what is it that we are learning from that movie? You know, for example, the movie that we even use in change management is Evictus, which teaches about teamwork, how you can remember people's names because you want them to perform, how you can see how is your family, how is, you know, all these small things matter a lot when you're building teams. But sometimes we just want to watch a movie for no apparent reason. You are watching a movie that is disturbing you. In fact, when you watch it, sometimes you even start arguing with your husband because maybe he has laughed at that thing which is actually useless. You take it, maybe he's happy with what's going on. So you even disturb the relationship that you have because of the things that you are watching as a family. So if we can be able to create things that we want to, you know, to achieve, we put value on wealth. You know, here in our country, when you've got wealth, they don't take it to hard work. You stole. Yeah, it's either you killed somebody, you crooked somebody. Yes. Yes. You know, yes.
Maybe that's why we don't have so many millionaires in Zambia.
Yes, because people
we can't have them. How can you have them?
When you have demonized success, yes. How can you have them, you know, come forth and say
when you want to make it, they say you love money too much.
On national television, somebody said, how can he build a house? He's a civil servant. Now, I was watching with my children, so I started thinking, so my children will never want to be civil servants because civil servants cannot build a house. That's what we are saying in this country.
Yes, because they are not No, and you know, because people don't recognize plan B. They think after, you know, you only have that job. Yes. You are not nourishing your plan B. And this is what we need to take out. When people finish after 5, and this is sometimes you know the other day we had a banker in the class, and saying, do you know we wake up to 21 hours? I said, 21 hours, why? What does your letter say? Okay, the letter says up to 17 hours, and the bank will close at 15:30. But you find people are working up to 21 hours. When are they going to do their plan B? So they have now to start strategizing how to steal, how to do what,
and they're not paid overtime.
Yes.
They're not paid overtime.
Yeah. And these are the things that we need to think through. Because if people are effective and efficient and they are managing time, they should be able to close when they're supposed to be closing. Because that's just what it is.
Yes, that is
so when are they going to build their plan B? So when they stop work, they are destitute because they never built anything.
She called me yesterday. Then I said, you know what? I was just in this meeting. So then said, when you told me that in the morning you are going to come, you didn't know about the meeting.
Yes.
Then I realized how abrupt the environment I swim in is, where anytime anything can happen. You need to plan. You know Russians, when you call them a Russian friend, that you call him your friend. When you call him and say, hey, my friend, what are you doing? Let's go. You say, you should have told me yesterday, or
yes.
you should, now we are busy, I'm with family, or I'm with what, or I've gone there. For you to meet with them, you have to plan in a week.
Definitely. They definitely. Because they say a disorganized person is at the mercy of an organized one. You can't come in my time. And when you tell me that, I should be there, like the first day that we met, you said you're going to be in the office at 9. So I mean 5 to 9, because 5 to 9 I was in his office. And I am waiting, but because I'm the one who needs him, he needs to look at my thesis, I'm the one who needs him. I'm saying, can you please, help me with this, help me with that? And, and because I also wanted to share about my process to mindset change. Mm-hmm. So I waited, but because for me, that time I was waiting, I was working. I'm always with my laptop. So where I am, I'm working. I'm working, so I don't mind waiting because my time is still ticking because I'm doing something productive. Mm-hmm. But if you are like the majority of the people, when they go to an office and they are told to wait, it means they are not going to do any of these things that are on the way. So for me, I make sure that I have slotted in. So for example, my month planner, on Tuesdays, I do mindset change. On Thursdays, I do mindset change. So no one can put anything here because they even know. And when we have a boot camp, we give people notice that, okay, this month we've got a boot camp that is, people check in on Friday. We have fun, we have etiquette, and we do exercises. So in the morning, we are ready for class after running at least 4 laps, so that we are already nurturing the physical and health spoke of the wheel of life. So you can't. So Monday, I'm at the shop. Wednesday, I'm at the shop. Friday, I'm at the shop. And this is when I also make appointments. And when you make an appointment, you have to keep it. If you cannot manage, you have to tell that person that
in advance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, at least 2 hours, 3 hours in advance. Oh, that appointment is not happening because I've got noise. We call it noise, unexpected. Mm-hmm. I've got something that is unexpected. I've got some noise that is running at the office or in the family. I need to check out. Like the noise that you had, your car breaks down, you need to take it. That's noise. That's unexpected.
Tomorrow they fixed it.
Yes, that's noise, and it's normal. But you need to communicate. Even when you set your goals, if you haven't communicated to your networks, to your stakeholders, your family, but you've set a goal that tomorrow I'm going to go to this, you haven't even told your nearest friend who is your spouse. You haven't told them. And also they have planned something. They haven't told you. So in the morning, just because you assume the car is there, they've also planned on that same vehicle to go somewhere. You start arguments. But if you say, okay, tomorrow, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to this, I'll go this time. Do you have anything that you're doing tomorrow? You say. If you don't say, don't do it. Because you didn't plan for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Economic Briefcase on Camnet TV. We'll go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we continue with our program. We'll open the phone line, but before that, we are going to give you what's obtaining in the financial commodities, and money markets. We'll be right back.
Camnet TV is becoming big and better. You can now watch Camnet TV wherever you are around the world, simply by downloading the Camnet TV app. With Camnet TV app, you only use less bundles. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
Oh, we testify, we celebrate. Oh.
Hello, I'm BWALYA all the way from South Africa. You are watching Camnet channel, not just another channel. God bless you. Stay
We
tuned.
testify, we celebrate. For all you've done, Lord, we give you all the praise. Oh, we testify, we celebrate. Oh, for all you've done, Lord, we give you all the praise.
Do you have an extra car? Then make yourself extra money. We would like to put that car, yes, that car parked there, to good use to make you extra money on the side just through its service while keeping it safe and secure. Call 0765 02 3883 to register your vehicle with us today. Delpo Services. Service beyond satisfaction.
You're watching Economic Briefcase on Camnet TV. Today we're discussing business planning or planning for business success. We're looking at time management. Mr. Japao, do you have anything for us today in terms of what's obtaining?
Yes,
on
we
the
can
markets?
go through a quick market update. Okay, so we'll start with the exchange rate. The kwacha today against the dollar was selling at 18 kwacha, 66 ingwe. The pound was selling at 25 kwacha, 25 ingwe. The euro was selling at 21 kwacha, 25 ingwe. And the rand was selling at 1 kwacha, 22 ingwe. Then we'll move to selected metal prices, delayed by a day. So this is per ton. $10,059. That's a change of 2.84 upwards. Then zinc closed off selling at 3,644.50 cents. $3,644.50. Nickel was trading at $23,187. That's a change of 2.180. Aluminium was trading at $3,266. That's an upward change of 2.61%. Tin was trading at $43,110. That's a change of 0.42 upwards. Lead was trading at $2,243.50. That's a change of 1.75 upwards. Then we move to the crude oil. Okay, the price there seems to have stabilized. So we have the WTI crude trading at $89.46 per barrel, and the Brent crude trading at $91.36. Then we have a few household essentials there, food prices. Millimil is going at 160 kwacha, that's for 25 kg. Roller meal is at 140 kwacha. That's for a 25 kg. Sugar for a 2 kg is going at 43 kwacha. Actually, 2 kg is going at 43 kwacha. 1 kg is going at 27 kwacha. Salt 1 kg is at 22 kwacha. Cooking oil 5 liters is at 254 kwacha. Carpenter medai is at 255. Beans medai is at 130 kwacha. Bread per loaf is trading at an average of 15 kwacha. Tray of eggs is at 62 kwacha. A carton of milk, 500 mils, is at 11 kwacha. Then we added another slide that is rental prices in provincial headquarters. So we'll start with Kasama. These are all for, these are 3-bedroom houses. So in Kasama, a 3-bedroom house will go at an average of 2,500. Ndola, 3,500. Lusaka, 5,500. Mansa, 2,500. Mongu, 2,000. Solwezi, 3,500. Choma, 3,000. Chipata, 3,500. Chinsali, 1,500. And Kabwe, 3,800. That is all for today.
Wow. The kwacha last time we had this program was around 17.
Around 17.
It's 18.6. Minimi was at 142. Now it's like 160.
Yes, indeed.
Of course, fuel prices were reduced. I've seen the Medan that's slightly gone up. How much has the salaries gone up by?
At least for civil servants, the salaries have gone up by, what's the percentage?
10%.
10%, huh?
Yes. The
12?
I saw some.
12% I think are council workers.
Oh, okay.
Yes, then civil services 10%. Of course, with some adjustments on fuel and all those things.
Okay.
But I think inflation is biting the bullet.
Well, we're only seeing the effects of the previous increment of fuel now, so I'm sure we might see the effect of the reduction in the coming months.
Ah, okay. So the way it is that the prices that we are seeing now, the increases, as a result of the increment in fuel prices for the month of December, January.
Leading to January.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is more like lagging or pass-through effects.
Yes.
Then this decrease in fuel prices might show itself in March or April.
Indeed.
This is what when they have changed the pricing mechanism. That's why we said we are going to be having these price fluctuations because
it's subject to review every month, according
yes.
to the international crude oil prices.
Yes, so if you change prices of fuel every month and other products also react, then what you get is prices that are fluctuating. But the big increase, I think, is a minimum from 142 to 160. I think that's too much.
Being our staple food, yes, it's too much.
So don't marry. Just leave her alone. Let's economic briefcase on Camnet TV. We have opened the lines. You can call us on the numbers that are scrolling down the screen. You can send us your text messages. When you call us, tell us your name, where you're calling from, and your major contribution. Today we are discussing time management for business success. Time management is everything if you want to be successful.
Yes.
If you look at Bill Gates, there's Bill Gates, there's what's that guy's name? The one who was born in South Africa.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, and that gentleman who talks about business, Yaka, something, the one who talks about time being money. You know, they always say the difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they...
You know, when people say time is money, and they're always frustrated if you're wasting their time, and they're saying, oh, you're wasting my time, time is money. But the same time that they spend with their kids, they feel fulfilled. And I think that brings us back to the will
of life.
So yes. if they're not getting anything from anyone else, they'll feel like they're wasting their time. Now, like, time is money. But when they're spending time with their kids, their family, they feel fulfilled, and they can spend maybe 2-3 hours and they're fulfilled.
Yeah, it's that's so true.
So we're looking at the common Zambian out there. Let's say a marketeer, you know, somebody, you know, I don't know, a miner. How can they be helped, you know, to use time to, you know, to generate value? Because Zambians are very random, you know. They, I call it the random walk hypothesis. So anyway, we have a call. Hello. Yes.
The author
maybe you can switch off your TV, or you just and then you speak in your phone. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Osha Jim Kemasiwanda.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Where are you calling from?
So my name is
Oswald.
Oswald, yes. Your contribution?
I just want to say I'm SLYVIA. I'm one of those people that are
Okay.
my mind to change. And if there's one thing that I'm pleased from her is that you can't sleep when you're sick. But you can sleep when you're well. So I'm just and thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, this is Oswald. Oswald, Oswald, the young boy that has written the book Seize Your Moment.
Okay.
He's a very interesting a young man, little boy. And we have said, you know, in my process to mindset change, we're writing a book together called Change is Possible. And from him, you know, just to make him, you know, because he says big people kill the dreams of young people. So to just make him, because he's a writer, he's written a book, Seize Your Moment, and to just, you know, agree with him that yes, big people cannot kill the dream of young ones. I'm encouraging him. We are writing that book together, and by December it will be out. So what he is saying there is, when you wake up in the morning, if you see the sun, you are well. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. And this is also in our logo, it's the sun. A lot of people are complaining, but we are all beneficiaries of the sun. So it depends on the activities that you are putting across in the six areas of life that will determine your success. He told us that you know why big people are jealous of successful people? Is because they did not seize the moment. They did not seize the opportunity to do something. And when somebody else comes and seizes the moment, they become jealous. It was like we were really like confused in the room.
Actually, it's true. You know, in certain circles, you can't give advice to older people, and they say you need to reach a certain age before you can take up a role, or before you can sit at a certain table.
Yes.
So the young man is actually right.
So because of him, you know, like there was this interesting story, actually, true story from him, and he said they received a visitor. The father brought a young one, and they said he's going to be today, and it's we do Tuesday and Thursday. It was a Thursday. Then they said today, here is a friend you are going to play with. And he said, no, I cannot stay here to play.
That's so, don't you? So we have another caller. Your name and where you're calling from?
Oh, my name is Jesse Harrison.
Yes, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lusaka.
Yes, can you go ahead?
Yes, I'm following your program and I've been doing it.
Thank you very much.
I have a small concern. Exactly, when you take a state like the Briefcase and the other commodities, as you know that we have the three classes of people, the lowest, the middle, and the upper class. So I was thinking it can be better when you carry state, you carry state of commodities in low class, like maybe the way they live it, like for example the restaurant, but they are putting it back at 5,000 somewhere, 3 bedrooms. So I'm just like that maybe you need to have a balance. The state is better to stand up for all the classes so that at least you give something which is actually acceptable to everyone. And it helps people to choose which place to live in, for example, to pick up in Osaka. That is my contribution.
Thank you very much. If you have been watching Camnet TV, we normally do prices differently.
Yes.
Just I think 2 weeks ago, we had prices for Kanyama, Roma, Mandevu. So we normally give these perspectives. So for today, we were just giving average
in provincial headquarters.
In provincial headquarters for a middle class or upper middle class family. And then for the prices, we want to also give an average price. When you go and buy some things in the market where rentals or shops rentals are down, you are going to procure them cheaply. But when you go to the malls, to be expensive. But if we give the cheap one, the person who shops at an elite place will say we are lying. So we find the average because it moves in those ranges. But thank you very much for your contribution. Today we are discussing time management for business success. You can send your text messages, you can send in your calls. Director, do we have any messages? Mindset change is real and reality. All thanks to you, Sunshine from Rise Up Kondwane.
Oh, wow.
Good evening, Doc, Mother Mutale, and Mr. Japao. That is a very good program you are sharing with us. I'm interested in acquiring those books. Which outlet can I go and buy those copies? Good evening, Eddie Kapirimposhi. Just like that, we have a caller.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Tiago.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I just wanted to be helped on the time management and employment, maybe stock employers. Because one thing I've observed is that the employers don't mind how much time they are giving to the people they are employing. You find some people are saying they work in a different town that they have to go back to where they are. So how can they marry, family, and maybe how they spend time on this work that they do? Yes.
Thank you very much.
And the other thing is, for business people, like the madam was saying, there are something that we are doing. It's very easy to manage time because you are doing your own thing. Now, for those who are employed, the police officer, the teachers, the miner, especially those who are on contract, they are really in the picture in terms of time management because they are guided by their employer and they are given little time to do things of their own. So how can you let go that type of thing? Thank you.
Thank you very much. We had one
Eddie
message
from Kapiri.
Yes.
He said, where can he buy
He's
these,
interested in
the books? First of all, these books are not for sale like off the shelf because you need to undergo the 16 hours of work when we can see you, how you are reacting to the changes that is happening to yourself. And we have to also see what you are writing, because this book is actually empty inside. You have to fill it up by yourself, writing things inside. What you are saying, what are your goals, what are you going to do to achieve them. So if we just sell this book, it will just be like any course that is undertaken, whereby you read the book, you do the thing for 1 week, and after 2 weeks you just put it aside that it's not working. So this, actually, you have to sit and we see you right here and you practice. And then after you've finished this is like your reference material. And then you come to the success planner, where you're writing the activities so that you can do exactly the things that you've said you're going to be doing. Because, as human beings, we all need an encouragement. We all need to be saying, did you do that? Because we also create accountability partners, for you, so that they'll be able to say, today you promised yourself that you're going to do this, you haven't done. Because you also have to be accountable to yourself, because each day you have to give yourself feedback on how you're doing, on how you had spent your day with the time that you said you're going to be doing these things. So I would encourage you maybe to attend a boot camp where you can come in on Friday and go back to Kapiri on Sunday. It's possible. There's a package that we do give. So if you get in touch with our office, they'll be able to help you. Or you can get in touch with the lead here, Dr. Havazoka. He's going to give you the details.
We promise that through the Camnet family we shall organize something for you, so that as we encourage people to do business, we also train them and equip them how they can change their mind, to unlearn the bad habits, and then come up with new, to learn the new habits, and then proceed into society with great success.
Yes, and even so that this program, we can measure it, the successes that we are making. It's actually a patented program, which has, we went to Pakra and said, this is what we want, because we want to change mindset. And after 1,000 participants, we have really then changed 1,000 times your household, times everyone. Then it will go like wildfire of doing the things that we want to do and achieve our goals. So it's a program that has been well thought through, and it's a program that is like answering the one who was talking about workers.
Yes.
In fact, there is a portion whereby for your plan A, because we talked about plan A and plan B. So he's saying, if we are saying because we are self-employed. No, I'm also employed. I am CEO for SBM Investment, so I'm employed. And so I'm able to say, how productive am I in my plan A before I can do other things? I arrive at work at the time that I'm supposed to arrive. We're chairing meetings that we're chairing. We are selling on the floor, and we're doing everything that it takes. We are creating value in my plan A. And when you undertake this, we actually say, what is it that you're doing at your workplace? So like bringing out your, what do you call it? This, when they write you a letter, what is it called? Letter of appointment.
Yes.
Then, all those things that they write, the things that you're going to be doing, are they really the things that when you go to the office, those are the things that you're doing, or you're based on the, and any other duties that may be assigned to you from time to time. So maybe that's where you spend all the day. So we also teach you how to go back to your employer and say, these activities, when I do these activities, when I come for work, I will be productive and I will take care of all my duties that I'm supposed to be taking care of. Otherwise, if you don't go back and your job description is not clear, then when you go there, you're frustrated, you are doing things that are not even on your job description, then there is a problem. But nowadays, people are employing employees who are able to do 3 jobs. So if you are employed and you can only do 1 job, you are the first one to be fired. And this is why you can't even make decisions, because they are not empowered. People who are empowered are able to make these difficult decisions, so that your time is appreciated, or you make somebody But if you want to, you know, to offset someone, they say no because me, they don't like me. But your work is below average. How can people like you even at work? You're only doing one job when you're supposed to be doing 3 jobs. Like for us at the store, if we're supposed to, I can do, if you are a sales lady, you must know how to clean. You must know how to cook for your lunch. You must know how to arrange things, and you must sell. So if we are going to employ a sweeper, a packer, and somebody who is selling, and nowadays there are not even no sales. We've had to close. We closed Mandahill a long time ago. We closed the arcades. When COVID came, we closed Levy because we can't meet the costs. But it's not that now we sit yawning and saying this is now we are desperate. We can't do anything. We can. So we've put all the shops in one, and we are sitting on stock of. A long time ago, and if there was no village bank, it would actually be closed, because now you borrow to buy, and then you're giving the company so little, because just to sustain it, because you have to pay back the village banking share out and things. So it is deliberate that what actions am I going to be making so that I survive, so that I put in my best, so that your employer is not actually punishing you. And sometimes we just don't discuss, these things. Employers are not mad people. They're just normal people who you can sit when you have got these management meetings, you've got staff meetings, bring it up. But because sometimes we're not even discussing, you want to go to the press, and then you want to go back and say.
Maybe the mindset change should start with the employer. Maybe keeping employees for a long time. Smart working now is very important. There are some certain components of work that can be done at home.
Oh, yes.
For example, as a lecturer, why should I come to work, to sit and read a book, to prepare for my next lecture, when I can do it at home? Because the end of result is I have to be there and teach. I'm just giving an example. Yes. I'm not saying that if I'm at a call center and I've been given a phone, I can answer them from home. That means as an employer, I can even get a much smaller
office rental
and,
space.
Yes, I always tell people that when you are doing business, you have just touched the issue of COVID and the loss of, the reduction in the demand. You have seen how South African big companies have closed down.
Oh, yes.
Jet, I think.
Jets.
All those are not closing down from Zambia. They have collapsed entirely. Those companies have entirely collapsed. So we need to find a way of how to optimize not only our time, but how we use our resources. We have a caller. Your name and where you're calling from? We seem to have lost that caller. So I think as citizens, we need to do smart business. Everything we need to do is smart. Yesterday in the evening, maybe around 23, because I sleep late. I work well when everybody is sleeping.
That's me.
Yeah, there are no phone calls, there are no what, and so
it's quiet.
I was looking at pictures that we took when we went to Israel in 2013. One tomato, 15 meters. And I said, but why are Zambians, why are we not discussing this? Why are we not discussing doing farming in a desert? Why are we? Because I was looking at what, sometimes when they're discussing something on Facebook, you don't even want to open it because all the sites are going to be talking about just that thing. Then I look at this, I said, but look, the Israelites, this is what they talk about. But when you look at the level of discourse and what we spend so much time on very unproductive things. But me, I'm very clever. In those things that in the chaos, I try to pick where they call. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Chiranga. This is in Mbewe.
Yes, Mr. Mbewe. Can go ahead.
Most of the times, I can give an example. When I was doing business, the time was business. I used to wake up 05, I go and order tomatoes, candolo, and some other stuff. So when you miss out on time, maybe you know that my customers are arriving on this time, then you end up reporting late your time. You are wasting that time, and that time you have lost, you can't recover it. Meaning that you have lost all the money that you are supposed to recover. And a lot of Uganda are not used to show that what I can say. I know that it's very difficult, not that government can't provide all the jobs to all the youth in Zambia. So what I can say is that do not look at your career at times. There's a lot which a youth can do. In fact, that maybe once you start up a business, it will be your backup. In case maybe you don't stop applying. You start doing business while you're applying. The business is getting better than the job. Okay, that's what I wanted to contribute.
Thank you very much.
And when you know, sometimes like when people are going to Soweto, us in Zambia, we don't know how to collaborate. You find that a minibus is full of people who are ordering tomato, full, but there are 10 going to the same place to order. Other people, what they do, say if you are going to sell tomato, you know, everyone is selling tomato. Send one person to go and order for everybody. And bring that product you are going to, and you also say, okay, because they're also selling the same price. So why can't they trust one person to go and buy, you know, for everyone, book, hire, whatever, put the money together so that you have saved, today you have saved this much, and you can add it onto your profit. But everyone, this one has got a wheelbarrow, this one, and you know, sometimes even a wheelbarrow is more expensive than what they're going to charge you by. But because we think that putting on the wheelbarrow is cheaper, we miss out. So if everyone has got 4 baskets, you hire a van. A van is 250, depending if you are going to Kabwata, it's 250 for a van. This is 60 kwacha for the wheelbarrow. Some 70 kwacha.
Another one spends 50 kwacha,
yes.
another one.
Yes.
You find by the end of the day how much everyone is going to spend would have managed to pay for
that.
You know, it's a Zambian thing, and I'll tell you, when I was in university, we were 4 Zambians in a room. Nigerians were also 4. It was a 4-4-4 room, big room. In the Zambian room, we are Inama, we are this one is in the same room. I'm telling you the truth. 4 people cooking 4 different meals because we could not agree to put money together and cook one pot. But the Nigerians, they were eating together. The Cape Verdeans, they were eating together. Mm-hmm. But in the Zambian room, they would laugh at us. This one is frying it. This one is frying what? But and you know, it's one cooking well. I don't know.
But for me,
that's how we do business.
I would defend my university mates. We used to eat, the 7 of us. We were 7 Zambians in my city, and we would cook one big pot. We know when we get paid from the Zambian government, we would put money together. We would buy mealie meal, and would whoever is cooking that day. So each room would cook.
That was a unique situation. But Zambians, you know the way you have said, Wilbur, this one 70, this one 80. When they put together, one there's going to be fish inside.
Yes.
They're using a van.
Yes.
And also you even share the risks in case there are any risks. It becomes
manageable. As you were explaining, you just
manageable.
gave me an idea. Why can't they just put in one counter, the rest are sleeping, one person goes and buys, come and sell.
No, one person goes to the store and say, this is, when people come, no, they're coming, we're all going to have this. Mm-hmm. You know what we are ordering vegetables. And you know, they already, there's one radio station which says, you know, today, I think it's a Combon Radio. They say about, you know, the bag of rape, you already know the prices. So there's no one who's going to crook you. You already know. So they bring you your 2 bags of rape, one box of tomato, and it's easy. And it's the same even when, you know, like for us who traveled to, you know, to order stock. Maybe you go to China, or you go to Hong Kong and all these places. The Nigerians will send one person. They will put them in business class. One person, they've got money like this, it's like there is no tomorrow. So when you are ordering 10, you want 10 pairs of, you know, this box of shoes, them they say, because in China they sell by quantity.
Yes.
So you are aware you want 10 boxes of shoes. The Nigerian comes, one pair, one style, 10 boxes. So 100 boxes together. And they've sent. So this one goes to, you know, when they go and share, this one has got, you know, the sizes that you want. Because selling shoes is very difficult. You must have all the sizes for you to sell, because you don't know who's coming with a size 2, who's coming with a size 3, size 4. So you need a lot. And shoes is the only thing that people don't go and make in the market. So shoes sell. If you put a deposit on that, you'll find that it's sold. So shoes sell. So for us here in Zambia, 15 people have gone to you know, they have given money to the hotel. Sometimes it would be like 10 business ladies, they've gone to a place to even go and hire. And you know, us, we love lifestyle. Yes. We're not even going to stay in those lousy hotels. So you have wasted so much money as compared to the others. So then they do, this year, you are the one who's going to be traveling. Everybody gives you, if it's $10,000, everybody gives this person. So they also even manage on the costs, because like in China, if you're buying 100 boxes, your prices come down. If you're buying one, this is why we can't compete with you know, the shops like Pep or what. Because you can't compete, because then they order bulk for all the stores. So you can say no. In SBM, it's expensive. SBM goes to buy quality, and people want you know, different things. So you only can order maximum of 4 to get a wholesale price. So people don't even understand, you know, the things that they're talking about. They don't want common things. They don't want this. So it starts from there. That's why things would be more expensive from this particular shop than shops which buy in bulk. So that is what we can share about Mr. Mbewe, who called from Chilanga about.
Let's see if we have some text message. Good evening, Madam Sylvia. Insights for program there. I definitely need this training and time management for business success. Kindly share your cell number. Regards, Jennifer from Mondola.
We are going to get numbers from them. You know, the numbers they're calling from, then we can follow up.
Good evening, panel. Evening, sunshine. Following the program, so building. Do you do programs on a personal level, as on one-to-one, and individually? And how much is the cost? I support the madam on the issue of us appreciating ourselves by being a missing puzzle at work. At our workplace, where she said that we are paid for the effort we put in, so that even when we go for option B, which is our personal businesses, where the people from A would still come, or still your hard work you had invested.
Sure.
Those were our messages. Maybe you can react to them.
Yes, the mindset change program, it can be done individually, but you know, if it's individual, obviously it costs more than when you come in a group, because it's directed. But this program, it works as an individual, and the mentoring and coaching that comes after your 16 hours goes for 3 months. So when you pay for the program, it's only that, you know, I don't have this Zambian thing of saying the cost. The cost of a service, you have to experience it. You have to experience. This is a service you have to experience, and our program is actually sold by the people that participate in it. So it's something that has got more value than the price that we talk about. So when we connect, then we tell you how it is, and also there is a payment plan which you can make according to the way that you want to achieve your success. So we don't limit. If you don't have money to pay upfront, We can still take you on, and we just sign, payment plan with administration that you say this is what you're going to do. But what I can assure you is the program is more than what you can pay for it. The value is 10 times what you pay for it. So just have in mind that this is what you need to change your mindset, because it tells you how to do things, which things you already do, but you don't do them to the satisfaction of yourself. You are doubting yourself, and a lot of times we don't put value on ourselves. You think that you can't do certain things, but each and every person can do this. We thought that because I was beginning to write a book for young people, so that our grandchildren can start to facilitate to their friends. So which is the same, but with reduced, instead of words, we've got pictures. But I first need to get the adults, the managers, the leaders, do this, so that after this, then we can have the other programs that are in there. And when you talk, Jennifer talked about being effective in your plan A, so that your plan B, people can still follow you. It's true, because when you're a missing puzzle, you are a missing puzzle. You are effective, you are efficient, and you know how to treat people. You know how to nurture your relationships. You know how to network. You recognize value in yourself, because you can't give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. So when you've got value, you can give value. And even people even confuse mentorship and coaching, and they point you on the television or in church or on Facebook at that's my mentor. No, you just like that person and you agree to what they're saying. It doesn't make you be their mentor. Being a mentor, you have to sit down and agree. What can I help you so that you can achieve your goals? What is it missing? And when I attended I was one of the people that attended the Cherry Blair Foundation, the Cherry Blair of the UK, the wife to the former Prime Minister of UK. So, there I really learned what mentoring is, what mentorship is. Here we really, a mentor is supposed to be giving you things for free. A mentor is supposed to find you a job. A mentor, no. What is it that you are failing to do by yourself, which this person can help you with? And there's a fee attached to that, because that's time. Time is money.
Time is money.
So people have to really understand that if I go to this person and this is what I am missing, and they help you, you go and perform and come back and say, those things are working. Those things, and I'm now able to do this. I'm now able to work on myself. I'm now able to do this. Because you plan the first thing, then you are working towards that. If it's you organize, personal organization that you want, then somebody helps you to be organized. And that's my expertise. I organize you. I'm a personal and business development expert, a networking expert, a business with experience, 28 years to be specific.
As we wind up, Mr. Japao, any takeaways from today's program?
Well, I think what I've taken away from today's program is work-life balance. It's very important. Sometimes we all focus mostly on work, and we are always shunning away from family, meeting family. But as she said, we need family, we need social interaction, we need all those things. So I think work-life balance is important, and that can only be achieved by managing our time.
Mrs. Mansell, last remarks?
My last remarks is that how do you feel watching this my process to mindset change in managing your time, and I'm saying if you find yourself that you are not being able to do certain things, then you are our client. Then we need to help one another. Then you need to come. And it also goes to like policymakers, where people are actually saying, like there's been COVID and what, the policymakers should also pay attention to what is it that, you know, these entrepreneurs are missing out. Instead of just saying, what are you doing? How are you doing this? They should be able to visit before they even ask you to, you know, to do something. They should be able to care. The banks also should be able to care about how entrepreneurs are managing so that their money is safe. They should trust an SME and things like that. All this is because we need to manage. We are in the center of, you know, of what we want to achieve. So it depends on where you are, how you're doing things, so that we can be able to help one another in order to build our economy. I cannot be hardworking without an enabling environment. I cannot manage to do time if there is no enabling environment. I cannot be able to do certain things if I'm not guided to be able to do those things. So time management is a big deal. And if we can be able to do this time, where we regard that these 24 hours, I must spend it effectively and efficiently so that I'm able to be productive, because that's the only way if we use time. And then we can also be able to say time is money.
Thank you very much, dear viewers. You are watching Camnet Economic Briefcase. Next week, we are going to be with you. We continue our normal programming. I hope you enjoyed the crusade that Pastor Chiluba organized with the other pastors. For myself, I think I really enjoyed, and I'm growing as a human being. From today's program, my takeaway is that let's use our time very wisely. Let's ensure that we do our A, B, and then we do our C. For me, I would like to say that bye-bye. See you next week. Continue watching Camnet TV, because Camnet TV is not just another channel.